Hello everyone. Hope you're doing well. So here we have a one of the question types, which is referring as a odd man out question types. So we can call it theta-based questions. So the direction for this question is there are five jumbled up sentences labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 related to a topic, and they are given below here, right? So four of them can be put together to form a coherent paragraph. So what we need to do, we need to identify the odd one out, or called as odd sentence, and key in the number of that sentence as our answer. Now, to identify the odd sentence outs, let's analyze the coherence of each sentence with the other, isn't it? So let's go to the first sentence. So the first sentence stated, yet the question remains, how could a group of intelligent people be convinced that the pursuit of artificial intelligence should not waste time on philosophy, language, and, of course, other aspects such as cognition and neuroscience? Right? Now, this sentence introduces what? A question about the scope of AI, isn't it? The scope of AI. Or you can say that the scope of AI research and its neglect of certain areas, isn't it? But what does it say? But or yet the question remains. So question means which question? How could a group of intelligent people be convinced that the pursuit or interest of artificial intelligence should not waste time on philosophy, language, and of course other aspects such as cognition and neuroscience? Now, in that case, you can talk about the scope of AI research and its neglect of certain areas which have been pointed, isn't it? So we can say it introduces that, right? Now, sentence two, which is stated, we can only speculate, again with the benefit of hindsight, that this was somehow fallout from a partial interpretation of the Turing test, an interpretation enabled by developments in Western thought over 4 to 5 centuries. Now, this particular sentence suggests a what? You can say, suggest nothing but the historical, and we can say that historical and philosophical. Philosophical what? We can say that historical and philosophical context that might explain why AI research ignored some areas, isn't it? Because we can find out, we can only speculate, again with the benefit of a hindsight, that this was somehow fallout from a partial interpretation of the Turing test, an interpretation that enabled by developments in Western thought over 4 to 5 centuries. So we can say that this sentence suggests a historical and philosophical, um, philosophic, not phil yeah, philosophical context that might explain why AI research, which is given in option one. Uh, so, and the first option stated about that how could a group of intelligent people be convinced that the interest of artificial intelligence should not waste time, and two is stated nothing but what means explaining why AI research uh, ignored some areas. Let's look at the sentence three. Most scientific and engineering quests come with natural measures of success. Now, this sentence is nothing but a general statement, isn't it? It's a general statement, right? General statement about what? Measures of success, right? Measures of success in what? Measures of success in science and engineering, right? Science and engineering, um, which does not specifically relate to the philosophical and historical aspect of AI discussed in the 2 and 1 that we had discussed earlier. Now, so in that case, 3 is considering as a general statement. 4, if you are one who believes that thinking or intelligence is possible only within an embodied and living organism, it would be absurd to ask, can machines think? Right. Now, this sentence discusses what? The idea of intelligence being tied to living organisms, isn't it? So, living organisms, which is, you can say, relevant to the philosophical debate about AI, right? Because it's stated about what? Means idea of intelligence being tied to living organism. So it is stated if you are one who believes that thinking or intelligence is possibly only within an embodied and living organism, it would be ridiculous to ask, can machines think? So in that case, we can say it is nothing but indicating about relevant to the philosophical debate about AI. So let's look at the five. Therefore, or thus, even envisioning synthetic intelligence as a thing requires one to believe that intelligence or thinking can exist outside an embodied living organism. So this sentence continues. Continues what? Continues the discussion. Discussion about what? The nature of intelligence. Nature of intelligence and its relationship to embodiment. And that's what aligning with what? Aligning with the philosophical debate about AI. So in that case, 1, 2, and 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5, they are stating about what? They are stating about AI and stating about its relationship with the history and philosophy and also connecting to the living organism. Whereas sentence 3, which is stated most scientific and engineering quests come with natural measures of success. So in that case, option 3 is nothing but indicating about, um, you can say that a generic statement, isn't it? It's stated about what? A generic statement. So hence we can consider option 3 would be nothing but a best option to answer it, right? Or taken as the answer. So option 3. I hope you understood this. That's all. Thank you.